Good morning, everyone. Sai Ram. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, last video we have done is Matter Around Us Pure Part 7. In this video, we are going to start Part 8 of Is Matter Around Us Pure? Clear? And this is the last part of this chapter. This is the last part of this chapter. The topics which we are going to cover in this video are we will study separation of mixture. What we are going to study? We are going to study separation of mixture of two or more liquids. Separation of mixture of two or more liquids. There are two ways by which you can separate a mixture of two or more liquid. Clear? What are they? Number one, the process of fractional distillation. Number one, the process of fractional distillation. Number two, by solvent extraction. Number two, by solvent extraction. Clear? And in live classes we have already done separation of mixture of liquid and solid. I don't think so there is a need of revision. Clear? So I'm starting with the new topics. Before going to understand the process of fractional distillation and solvent extraction, you have to understand two terms. Number one, miscible liquids, and number two, immiscible liquids. Clear? What terms you have to understood? Number one, miscible liquids, and number two, immiscible liquid. Let us start with the miscible liquid. Let us start with the miscible liquid. Those liquid which mixed together in all proportion. Those liquids which mix together in all proportion and form a single layer. When put a container are called miscible liquid. What are the miscible liquid? Those liquids which mix together in all proportion. Clear? And form a single layer. When you will put in a container. And these type of liquids are called miscible liquids. Example, alcohol and water are the miscible liquid because they mix together in all proportion and form a single layer on mixing. When you will mix alcohol and water, they will completely mix with each other. You will not see any layer. So these type of mixture is known as your miscible liquid. Clear? A mixture of a miscible liquid is separated by the process of fractional distillation. Yes, if your mixture is miscible, what you will do? You will separate by the process of fractional distillation. Clear? Those liquid which do not mix with each other. And form separate layer when put in container, these are called immiscible liquid. What are immiscible liquid? Those liquid which do not mix with each other and form separate layer is known as your immiscible liquid. Example of immiscible liquid is oil and water are an immiscible liquid because when you mix oil and water, they will not mix with each other. They will form a separate layer. So now which technique you will use to separate immiscible liquids? You will use separating funnel. With the help of separating funnel, you can separate two immiscible liquids. Is it clear to you? So let us start separation by fractional distillation. See, fractional distillation is the process. First see the apparatus of fractional distillation. It is very similar to the apparatus of distillation. Are you able to see? So let us start. Fractional distillation is a process of separating of two or more miscible liquids by distillation. The distillate being collected in the fractions boiling at different temperature. Clear? What do you mean by fractional distillation? Fractional distillation basically is a separation technique. We all know that. Now, by this technique, you can separate two or more miscible liquids. Okay. Now, where the distillate being collected? Distillate being collected in a fraction boiling at a different temperatures. Clear? See. A mixture of two miscible liquid can be separated by the process of fractional distillation. First point. The separation of two liquids by fractional distillation depends upon their boiling point. Before explaining this point, I want to ask one question. What is the difference between distillation and fractional distillation? When you will use distillation as a separation technique and when you will use fractional distillation as a separation technique? Tell me fast. See, you will use fractional distillation as a separation technique when the difference between the boiling point is very less. For example, you are taking two liquids, A and B. The boiling point of A is 20 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of B is 35 degrees Celsius. So the difference between the boiling point of both components is very less. So in this case, you will use fractional distillation. What you will do? You will use fractional distillation. And if the difference between their boiling point is more, then in that case you will use distillation as a separation technique. In that case, what you will use? You will use distillation as a separation technique. So the separation of two liquids by distillation depends on the difference in their boiling points. Fractional distillation is carried out by using fractionating column. And what do you mean by fractionating column? Fractionating column means this. Are you able to see beads? Fractionating column means आप उसमें different टाइप के columns हो जाएंगे. Like आपने beads लगा दी, stones लगा दिए. Clear? A simple fractionating column is very long vertical glass tube filled with a glass beads. A glass which provides large surface area for hot vapor to cool. If there is no glass bead, that vapors will go fastly. If you will put glass bead, that vapors will take time to go up. Clear? And till that it will cool down and come back to the that round bottom flask itself. Clear? Now, in most simple terms, fractionating column can be regarded as arrangement providing different temperature zone. Why we are using fractionating column? Because it will give you different temperature zone inside it. The highest temperature being at the bottom of the column and the lowest temperature near its top. Clear? Now, fractionating column is fitted in the neck of the distillation flask containing the mixture of liquids to be separated. See, this is a diagram of fractional distillation apparatus. This is a round bottom flask. This is a fractionating column. This is a thermometer. This is a water condenser. This is a beaker. Now, what you will do? You will take a mixture of A and B. Clear? The mixture of A having boiling point 25 degrees Celsius. Mixture B having a boiling point 40 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius. The difference between the boiling point is very less. Clear? Now, when you will mix it and put it in the round bottom flask and when you will apply heat, what will happen? At 25 degrees Celsius, your mixture component A will start evaporating. And after 5 to 10 minutes, it will not completely evaporate. But after 5 minutes, component B will also start evaporating because now temperature reaches to 30 degrees Celsius. Clear? When the vapor of A will go over here, it will take time to go through this condenser. Clear? So here, the the temperature will decrease and that component A will come again back to this round bottom flask. But B is having temperature more than component A, so it will take more time to cool down, so it will not cool that much, it will convert into liquid, so it will go here and here. When the vapors enter, this water will decrease the temperature of the vapor and that component B will collect over here and the component A will remain in this round bottom flask. Clear? Like this your fractional distillation take place. Clear? Now separation of gases of the air. I will take the example, one more example. Take example of alcohol and water. We know that alcohol and water are miscible liquid. The boiling point of alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Clear? Now, since boiling point of alcohol and water are different, thereafter a mixture of alcohol and water can be separated by fractional distillation. Why? Because the temperature difference, the difference between their boiling point is very less. The difference between their boiling point is very less. That's why we are using fraction distillation. Now what you will do, you will take the mixture of alcohol and water in a round bottom flask. That means in this. Clear? Now flask fitted with a fractionating column. This is fitted with a fractionating column. Yes. When the mixture is heated, when you will apply heat, then both in alcohol and water form vapor as they boiling point approach. The alcohol vapor and the water vapor rise up in the fractionating column. Now they will rise up to the fractionating column. The upper part of the fractionating column is cooler, so the hot vapor rise up in the column and they get cooled and condense and trickle back to the same distillation flask. An experiment goes on. The fractionating column warms up by the heated release by the condensed vapors. After column, the temperature at the top of the column being much less than at its bottom, because its bottom condenser heat is more. So when the temperature at the top fractionating column reaches 78 degrees Celsius, which is the boiling point of alcohol, then the vapor passes into the condenser and get cooled and collect into the beaker kept in the other end of the condenser. Clear? Now, separation of gases of air. Air is a mixture of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, helium, neon, krypton and xenon. Clear? Nitrogen N, oxygen O, carbon dioxide CO2, helium H, E, neon N, E, krypton K, R, xenon Z, X, E. Clear? These all are the symbol of these gases. The major component of air is nitrogen. The major component of air is nitrogen, that is 78.303. Clear? The second major component of air is oxygen. The second major component of air is oxygen, that is 20.99%. The first major component of air is nitrogen and second is oxygen. The third major component is argon, that is 0.993. All remaining of air constant only 0.05%. The various gases of air are separated one another by fractional distillation of liquid by air. How you will separate? You will use fractional distillation. This separation is based on fact that different gases of air having different boiling points, because all the air have different boiling points. So this is a, you can say, block diagram. Air is here. You will compress or cool, that air will convert into liquid air, then now allowed to warm up by fractional distillation. जिसका टेम्परेचर जितना जितना होगा वहाँ पे वो अलग होती जाएगी. That means 196 पे आपकी नाइट्रोजन will separate out, 186 पे argon and 183 पे oxygen. Clear? See, the difference between these are very less. That's why we are using fractional distillation as a separation technique. This is clear to you? Now our last separation technique is separation by separating funnel. See, this is your separating funnel, and this is a real image of separating funnel. This is your stopcock. Here you will take a mixture. This is your separating funnel hole, and this is your cock. With the help of this you will stop it. You will shake this. When you will shake it, the liquid which is having a high density will settle down, and which is having a low density will come up. So you can see the two layers. And now when it's separated, you will open this cork and you will collect one layer in the beaker. Like this you can separate. Clear? I am reading this, listen carefully. A mixture of two immiscible liquid. I told you what do you mean by immiscible liquid, which can immiscible liquids are those which are not completely mixed with each other. So a mixture of two immiscible liquid can be separated by using a separating funnel. A separating funnel is a special type of funnel which has stopcock on the top in its stem to allow to flow the liquid from it, or to stop the flow of liquid from it. The separation of two immiscible liquids by a separating funnels depends on the difference in their densities. Clear? A mixture of water and kerosene can be separated by using separating funnel. A mixture of petrol and water can be separated by using separating funnel. See, if you will take a mixture of water and kerosene, you will put over here. When you will shake it, the two layers will form, and you will collect one layer in the beaker. I think with this separating funnel method is also clear to you. So with this we have completed our second chapter. If you are having any doubts, any queries, you can ask me, and I have already arranged one live class session for you. For this I will prepare one more live session. If you have any query, you can ask me. Clear? Thank you and Sai Ram.